Violence against women is a global crisis. This year, the United Nations, under the global theme, Orange the World, End Violence Against Women Now, is marking 16 days of activism against gender-based violence from 25th of November to the 10th of December. Violence against women often goes unreported, silenced by stigma, shame, fear of the perpetrators, and fear of a justice system that does not work for women. The COVID-19 pandemic, with all its isolation and distancing, has reportedly enabled more violence against women in recent years. Joining us live is Dr. Taya Thomas, President, Widows and Orphans Support Society of Africa. You're welcome to Plus TV.
Thank you for receiving me.
So, violence against women is still very common even today, in spite of some of the efforts that some people, activists, organizations have put together, even government. Why is it so?
The issue with violence against women is the way it is because a lot of women have not been able to come out to speak out. And two, few that speak out probably are not getting justice to their satisfaction. So that is why we are unable to eradicate violence. If women can come out and speak out and say, this is the challenges, this is what I'm facing. For example, a woman that is raped in Nigeria finds it difficult to come out and say, some gang people raped me, even if she knows them. She will not be able to say. One, stigma. They look at the stigma. Two, they look at, will I be able to get justice? And really, the truth of the matter is, justice are not really prevailing for few that were able to come out. There are a lot of pending issues on violence against women.
This justice not prevailing for those who have come out, what do you think is responsible for that? Why is the judiciary failing women in this?
Well, our system, you know how it is. Sometimes when someone a woman go to the police station to make a report about how she's been violated by a man, the first thing, there's a lot of questions that will come up. Why do you go? Why do you go with him? You know, why did you go where he is? Or don't you, when you were with him, you notice any funny attitude? Why don't you shout? So these are the part of what really makes some ladies. If I could just come out and say something, instead I will get more stigma. It will just come in a caricature way. So government should have a strong law against people who perpetrate this violence against women. There are cases, a lot of cases.
You've been working with women for some years now through your NGO, that's Widows and Orphans Support Society of Africa. Now, in doing all that you've been doing, what would you say is the most prevalent of these crimes against women today?
Well, the cases about the widows mostly, the challenges most of them used to have. So when they lost their husband, the family of the man are always interested in taking everything from the woman, even when they notice that this man has children. There's one going on that we are trying to sort out. It's a very close person of mine. The husband to the man, the brother to the man, is insisting that he has to take charge because the children are young, and he feels that the man cannot manage the wealth of the woman cannot manage. Meanwhile, the woman is educated. This is a kind of violence. The woman is educated. She's well trained. She's an educationist. So what gives him the impression that the woman cannot step in to manage the resources while grooming the children? And this same brother influenced all the other members of the family that we must kick this woman out. with our children.
Okay, so women are going through all of this. During the pandemic, the lockdown, we learned that so many women, girls, were raped by their fathers. We learned that a lot of divorce cases, were reported because of violence against women. And now, from your answer, it's clear that the judiciary is selling the women. They go to the police, they'll be asked all sorts of questions, and you didn't even ask that some will be asked, why did you dress the way you did?
Exactly.
And such questions. Now, since the women cannot get protection and justice from the necessary organizations that should be proffering, do you have any self-protection tips for women?
Of course we have. We have a strong legal unit, human rights, that fight this out for women. All the women that were unjustly treated, when this case comes to us, we hand them over to our legal units to ensure that these women get justice. And they are getting justice. Because the only thing is that when you are helpless and you have somebody to fight for you, you are likely to win a battle. But when you are in a battlefield and you don't have a supportive hand to say no, when they see that a woman rights activist who is well-learned said, no, this is not right. We have female lawyers who are fighting for these women. And most we make sure we make sure that we get to the root of everything. So women, I've seen domestic violence. My mom, youngest sister, died in my very presence. This is a domestic violence. The man was I was a very young little boy. I went for an holiday in my auntie's place.
Is that what inspired your NGO?
Yes, that's what really inspired. And besides, when growing up, I've seen a lot of widows passing through a lot. As a structural engineer, I've been to abandoned site where I was to send people away. I got a contract to renovate, to build, and I was in a hurry to send them away because it's a contract I want to. But when I got in there and I discovered that very day I was sending them away, I got to the terrace unit. I saw a woman crying uncontrollable. I was trying to pacify her, but I couldn't. I had to wait and pet her. She opened up and said, look, our house was demolished in a quarter. When my husband died, that's the house we built. Now, we moved to this uncompleted building, this estate, abandoned estate, to rest, to stay with my children, 2 girls, 13 and 16. Unfortunately, that night, those 2 girls were raped with their mother.
Oh my God.
And when they raped her, they raped the 16 years. They wanted to rape the lady, the small one, which is 13 years. He was pleading. This one never know, man. Please come and rape me one more time. So, she said, when she was saying this, I was cold. And I saw, by the time I turned, I saw a little girl covered with clothes.
Okay.
I opened, I discovered that was 13 years old. So we have to rush them to the hospital, then find a way out, get them in a new accommodation, and to ensure that life turned up well for them. So we took them to the nearby hospital, the Budo Hospital, my friend's hospital in Aja. So we get them treated, and to the glory of God, they are now doing well. Okay,
you work closely with the United Nations, and this year the global theme is Orange the World, End Violence Against Women Now. Tell us about some of the activities being marked for this year's celebration of the day of to end violence against women.
First of all, we will have lecture awareness for women that they have their rights. They should be bold enough to come out to ensure that whatever violence that is being perpetrated is stopped. They should be bold enough to speak out. That lecture is a public awareness. It's a kind of public awareness. It's a kind of public awareness to the women. To say that you can come out. Nothing will happen. And we, as an organization, we are behind you. If you cannot go and come to us, we'll take it up. There will be lectures.
So tomorrow is taking place where?
It's taking place at Lighthouse Event Center in Lekki Aja, that is Aja bus stop, where we have redeemed Redeemed Christian Church of God, Tabernacle of David. We are having it in that place live. We have different ceremony will come up. Then those who have really served humanity will be awarded to encourage them to fight, to join us to fight this violence. So we have to encourage them. Then there will be drama, there will be all kind of activities. Women item too will sing it to their ear. You know, many people don't know that in Nigeria we have a women item.
Women anthem?
Yes, apart from national item, we have women item.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know how to sing it?
The content of it.
Well, that will not allow us, even if you knew how to sing it. I wish you could, sing that. That's the kind of anthem I like to say. Now, according to the UN, they are going to mark 16 days of activism. Is yours going to be for this long? Between 16th to 10th of December. Is yours going to be this long or just tomorrow?
No. Tomorrow is the grand ceremony.
Okay.
We are working with UN.
Oh, good.
We'll follow them alongside.
Okay.
We will do a campaign. We're going to campaign and create awareness that this violence must stop right now.
Indeed, it should stop.
Yeah.
Indeed, it should stop.
Women have suffered a lot. It's time for the women to come together and say, no, we are not taking it anymore. Yes, we are not taking this thing. And I'm sure we're going to achieve it. Dr.
Tayo Thomas, President, Widows and Orphan Support Society of Africa, is our guest today, taking a look at UN's call for the end of violence against women. It happens every 25th of November to help women have justice and also end the violence against women. Thank you so much for your time and wishing you the best for this year's celebration
we'll
of
be expecting you.
Yes, I'll be there. I have a foundation that caters to women, so I'll be there definitely.
That's interesting. We can do this thing together.
Very good.
Then we achieve present success.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.